So in this lecture, we are going to learn how to edit properties of a device, of a cable, of anything within your circuit diagram externally. But before we do that, let's repeat what we learned in the first EPLAN course, Volume 1. So you have the option, for example, let's use cables as an example, and say that you want to change the cross section of these three cables for the motors. The first option would be to do it in the cable navigator. So it's a very important section in EPLAN, the navigators for different elements. Cable navigator. If you want to change the properties, cable, okay. Now, if you don't want to work with parts, you can delete this input over here and just edit over here. Let's say we want to work with parts, and we are going to increase the cross section. Okay. Now for these three motors, we have a new cross section. You could also do that, of course, over here in the schematics. The issue with that, when you want to change something in schematics, is that when you have cables which are represented on more than one page, then it's better to use a navigator. For example, if you have a cable which is represented on 3 pages in your project, it's better in that case to use a navigator. Another option would be, let's just undo this. Another option would be to use an edit in table function. We also covered that one in the lectures of the Volume 1 course. So we select the cables we want to edit, and then we go to edit in table. Now we have different fields over here. This is a better option if you want to change the properties for every cable individually. For example, of course, you can change the part number, works the same. Two and a half square millimeters. And now you see it over here, also over here. Let's go back. For example, in this case, if you want to change a function text, just say motor 1. Two and 3. When you close the edit in table window, then you see the effect. So motor 1, 2, and 3. And the last option, which is the central topic of this video, is to use the so-called edit externally. Edit properties externally. And let's export these functions over here. Export data. Now you have some different settings over here. You can choose languages and apply to entire project. If you tick this one, EPLAN will export all the cables from the whole project. In this case, we selected only these 3 cables. We can export to a file called cable, or we can export and automatically start Excel, or This is a nice option, very useful. Edit in Excel and import back to EPLAN. So let's see how this works. Before we do that, let me just show you. So you have the option to create, for example, your own scheme. Create new with the general section, so you can choose a type of output file, target file, so the default name of the file, and a template. These are the templates we have available when we install EPLAN. Let's go back, and the data. So there's a lot of data you can input over here. To show you an example, what we can input, let's input another field. So screw connection size. And let's see what we get in Excel now. Edit install application and reload. Okay. This is what we get in Excel. So now you have the option, for example, to change the DT. Let's do that. So for these three cables, let's say we want to call them cable 97, 98 and 99. So we change the cable tag. We could also change this input or anything else. And now let's add over here Panzergewinde, cable gland sizes. I use this field, screw connection size, to input this data. So let's go back. Before we change that, let's go back to EPLAN. Now we change the cable DT. Let's say save, and we want to import the data, and we'll see the effect over here for the device tag. Let's click yes, and this is what we now get. Since we now added another field in the export function, screw connection size, this is the field. We could also do that in Excel in exported file, just as an exercise. So let's see for these cables. External diameter. This is the data we need. Let's go back to PG. So cable diameter, it's a 10.8, so this one should be fine. So PG 13.5 for all of those three cables, since they are the same. Now let's export this data once again. Let's input over here 13.5. All of those. Let's say save. Do you want to import the data? Yes. Now let's check. Let's select all of the cables and go to properties. Now we have this input over here. Now let's do another example. Let's go to terminal strips, navigator. Let's say we want to export this terminal strip. Utilities, edit properties externally, export data. Want to say devices. It's not a cable anymore. Let's say OK. And see what we get over here. So the difference is, when you export a cable, you have only one part number. But when you export a whole terminal strip, so you have the terminal strip itself, accessories, and then the terminals. So it's a more complex story. And let's do another example. For example, motor overload switch. Devices, navigator, cabinet 2. Let's export those. Now, this is what I wanted to point out. We only want to export main functions. If we want to, for example, change a part number or anything. Or if you want to use this exported Excel file to send to someone, a team member or someone. Let's export first all the elements without this main function filter activated to see the effect. So we selected those three: utilities, edit properties externally, export data. So you see the effect over here for the part number, the first time in the circuit diagram, and once again in the part placement in the panel layout. Let's go back. Now let's activate main functions. So as you can see now, you have only the main functions. Let's export once again to see the effect. And now it makes sense a little bit more. So if you want to use this data and send to someone, so you have this option. So, as mentioned, use navigators, use edit in table function, and also edit properties externally. That's about it.